We're live. Let's see what we're doing over here on TikTok. Well, YouTube. You got to get it like that. I think this thing is a little too far, too close up. We need to go a little further back. Maybe like that.
Nope.
Let's see.
Well, if you move it up, maybe so.
Let's see. What's up, y'all? We got to put some little tape down so we know to put our tripod. Good morning.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Good morning.
Y'all, I didn't get that many questions yesterday about how y'all could join the 60-day challenge for your credit.
I got a few DMs. Is it a DM if it's on Facebook?
Yeah, Messenger. I got one, and the person that sent it, she started the process because it shows she registered, but she didn't finish and she didn't complete it. So once again, we can't force you to want to better your credit. We can't even ask you. Like, it's solely up to you. And it's one of those things where you just got to figure out if it's important to you at the moment. I don't think it's important to a lot of people.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that we
You're not going to say it's not important? I'm saying, you're not going to say it's not important?
I'm not saying that people don't think it's important.
If somebody misses you and they don't follow through, it's bad timing?
Could be bad time. It could be they need more time to think on it, to process the information that was given. Trying to look at it from a different view. Possibly. I don't know. But I can say that to be able to join the challenge is amazing because you can take back the power and put in your hands and repair your own credit. And not only not repair your own credit, you can repair everybody else's credit that's around you. And they can also learn because it's a challenge where you actually get the tools and the resources to do what you need to do to better your credit. So that's the way I'm gonna look at it. We did not want to offer credit repair services at all. And out of the blue, I was getting calls and texts and DMs about people needing our services again. And I don't touch people's credit unless it's a very small amount of items and it is a premium fee. So I just, instead of doing that, we decided to give it away. It's free. You have to just take the time to do it, take the time to read and to educate yourself and to listen to the videos that they'll put together. But if you want good credit, the resource and the challenge is available. And then once you do that part, you also have us to help you throughout the process. That is a given. It's like us giving you our time in essence.
Right. So, y'all, if you go back and binge watch a lot of our YouTube content, you will see a lot of valuable information that you could use to start the process of bettering your credit. And you also will see a lot of information that can possibly help you start a business. But it's on you on how serious you're going to take this. So today we're talking about how the economy is affected by the person we elect. We had a great conversation about this last night.
I'm going to get quiet on this part.
Why you gonna get quiet on that for? Can you plug this? Yeah, so I'm a big, not a fan. I don't like neither candidate, but
I thought you was going to say you was a
no, I'm not a fan of neither candidate, but I'm a fan of their policies and who has the best policy, especially for small businesses. And the last thing I want is somebody just saying, so y'all gonna probably know who I'm leaning towards. You're gonna give me a certain amount of dollars to build a website. I don't need money to build a website. What I need is the autonomy that comes behind not paying so much in taxes. That's what I want as a business owner. I want to be able to pay less in taxes, create more jobs for other people, but also be able to leverage my business to where I know, hey, if I made 300,000, I'm not paying 30% taxes on 300,000. Or if I want to take home 300,000, say if I want to buy a house, I can't take home that much money without paying 30% taxes on that. And 30% taxes is just about, with 31% is just about $100,000. So that's how I look at it. I feel like the other candidate got better policies. He may not address it correctly all the time.
Is it a policy or is it an idea that he have, a proposed?
Well, no, he already
idea?
got some things in place when it comes to taxes.
He
'Cause
said
that's
he has a concept of a plan.
Did you file taxes the last 2 years?
What I do ain't got nothing to do with it.
So I got a question. When we filed our taxes in Puerto Rico, when Julio filed them, do you remember what he told us about the tax credit that was given for when you have children?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we had got extra. Remember they took the tax credit away. Remember, like one year, if you had several kids, like 2 or 3, you probably would get back almost $10,000.
Oh yeah, you got more money.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then,
Well, we don't see it, so.
well, you don't see it, but it still happens. You don't see it, but it still happens. Yeah, I got some questions. I got a question too. You don't see it, but it still happens. Yeah, I got some questions. I got a question too. Oh, turn it off. But I see some people over here on YouTube watching, so I'm trying to get her to respond back to y'all. So, do y'all file business taxes? How's business going for you all? Like right now, during this economy, how's your business experiencing things?
I know a lot of businesses are struggling with staff, with getting good people to work in your business, and I think it's a two-way issue. I don't think it's just the economy that is causing people not to want to work. I think it's the management and the people who are over the staff to make people like, I don't have to go to work and deal with you and less pay. Like, I don't have to deal with both. People are in general, from my observation and experiences this past year, genuinely unhappy people. People do not smile back. People do not speak back. People are really in such a, what is it called? Fight or flight mode that they don't know when to get out of that fight or flight mode. So if you're in that mode at work and you a manager, yeah, it's going to be hard for you to have staff at your restaurant or at your boutique or wherever, because everything that you're going through is reflected in your everyday attitude, in your everyday mannerisms, and then nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants to work with you. And that's the biggest problem I see, because most of the time if we go somewhere and we have a bad experience and they don't have, the management don't have good customer service, you already know that's a red flag.
Yeah, we just had a bad experience at a restaurant that we like a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, like we went and ate. Well, we were attempting to eat at STK. Y'all don't know what it is. I don't know what the abbreviation stands for, but it's a steakhouse. Brazilian? Is it Brazilian?
It's a steakhouse, and we first started going in Puerto Rico, and then the nearest one here is in Nashville. So when I was asked what I wanted to do for my birthday, there's the only thing I can think of. We was in Puerto Rico, I would probably be at STK eating a steak and some little sliders. And so he took me there, took us there, and unfortunately, the experience was so bad that we got up and walked out. We left because who's gonna pay? We're a family of 6. And Caleb eats like his own little meals now. So you're telling me that our ticket would be every bit of maybe $350, and the customer service is still bad? Like, I don't think that's an economy issue per se with that particular business. I think that with the economy and inflation, with groceries, with interest rates, with all of that, is reflecting people's fight or flight mode to where they come to work with all of that on them. Because we had a bad experience with the assistant. I guess you could. He said he was the assistant waiter. The waitress came like super late. We watched everybody else that came and sat down get not only appetizers, but they got their bread. We didn't get anything, guys, nothing but a bottle of Fiji water, and had the nerve to ask, do we want some more? No, we don't want no more bottled water. Like, we want to know what's going on. And once we saw the manager walking around observing, Isaiah did all the talking. He was so nice, so professional, and she still got rude. Like, so it's not just the business.
And her rudeness was, it was like, I asked, I said, hey, do we get bread? And she like, she looked like, what you mean? Like, because we haven't gotten the bread yet. Normally we get bread when we eat at this establishment. Oh, she's working on it. Okay. I'm like, are you short staffed?
She's working on it.
Yeah, she's working on it.
Like,
okay.
moving the neck, like, what?
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy an $80 steak and think I'm gonna eat it in peace when you can't even greet me like I'm paying for an $80 steak. Like, that's horrible service.
$80, not including all the stuff that they charge you to put on it. Like,
yeah, and I would love to go eat there again and give it another chance, but I won't be during the time we went. We definitely got to go maybe on the evening.
Yeah.
Because it might be a better staff there. So y'all who got jobs, make sure you're hiring people who can be beneficial to your establishment. Make sure you are always bettering yourself as an owner of a business, as an entrepreneur, because you might not have the best skills there is as well. And if you don't have good skills, you're not going to hire people with good skills because you're not going to know what to look for. So you have to invest in your own education. That's where having a coach come in at. Someone who can help you see the things you don't see, do constructive criticism with you, and just help you, in areas where you're lacking it. Help you work on your weaknesses.
Yeah.
You can hire people for your strengths, but you got to at least know they can do your strengths. I mean, hire people for your weaknesses. You got to at least know they can do those weaknesses that are not the things that you're good at.
That's the number one thing about being a business owner, understanding what you are good at and what you are not good at. And you hire what you are not good at. And not all the time everybody's not good at everything. That's cut and clear. But sometimes it may be a task that you don't like repeating, that you don't like consistently doing. And when you do it repetitively, you tend to slack off, you tend to not care, you tend to get frustrated with it. So you need, in that case, to also hire someone and train them properly in that aspect also. So I think it's a double-edged sword when it comes to how the economy is affecting small business owners. I think consumers are also in a fight or flight mode, so you're not getting the great customers or consumers that you would have probably gotten. Your product probably has went up, which means you probably having to, increase your prices in some aspect of your business so that you can make ends meet and also still, live your life in this economy.
So I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I really don't care who you vote for. What I would tell you to do is do your research. And when I say research, don't just go to like a video and watch other people's opinions. Actually look up what both parties are asking from you, what they're saying they're going to bring to you, and how it may affect you. Because it can't affect you directly, but it will affect you some way. No matter if it's with groceries, gasoline, childcare costs, anything, taxes, anything can affect you in some aspect of your life. So you got to see what both parties are bringing. Look at how it's been the past 4 years versus how it was 8 years ago. Look at where you're at right now. If you feel like one party's not doing a good job, then hey, go with the other party.
And when we say party, we mean actually understanding the difference between a Republican and a Democrat.
Yeah, because like I hear this thing a lot. I don't personally know Trump. Don't care to know Trump, but a lot of people say, "Oh, he's a racist." He may be, may not be, but prejudice and racism all is one thin line. So you got to understand what's the difference between somebody being prejudiced versus somebody being racist, because it's a thin line between them. But at the end of the day, does that affect you directly? If it doesn't, oh well. If it does, You know, make your decision. You know?
Yeah, I got a lot to say.
Um,
But no, I don't got a lot to say.
You don't?
I'm not for either party at this very moment.
I don't vote,
because
y'all.
both parties, how can I word it? Both parties have aspects of their messaging, of their beliefs that I don't believe in. I don't believe in you taking away women's rights to their bodies. I don't believe in that's on the Republican side. I don't believe in you telling women, you know, they can't travel while pregnant because you could be seeking services, or we need to be able to prove that you're pregnant when you arrive back, or you can't I'm not even gonna say that one. It's a lot when it comes to that part of it. When it comes to the Democrats, I don't believe that little boys should think that they're girls and go in little girls' bathrooms, vice versa.
But you can believe, what if it was a boy on a cheerleading team?
Yeah, I cannot respect that. I'm sorry. Your child may wake up one day and want to identify as a mushroom. I don't care. Keep that mushroom in its own separate bathroom. That is the solution to me, not you mixing these children who are lost identity, like with their identity, to the point where they think that they're a little girl. I have 2 boys, 2 girls. There's no way that my children will ever be made to feel uncomfortable because little Jimmy here wants to be Jane and wants to wear a dress. And not only wants to wear a dress, wants to compete in athletic sports. But little Jimmy here is born a boy. Men are naturally stronger than women. That's a fact. There's no way around it. Physically, it's no way around it. I just don't think that's fair for little girls to have to go through that. And I don't think it's fair for little boys to be standing next to a little girl and she has to go squat and he can stand up and pee. Like these are kids. They are innocent. You don't have to expose them to so much.
So you went on long about that. I think you like Trump policies better.
It's a lot of more stuff I want to say about that Trump, but I'm going to leave it alone. However, when it comes to what I believe in and our values and how we raise our children, the Democrat policy, what is it? The Democrat group, whoever they are,
the caucuses.
They are tripping. Like,
well, how I look at it too. So you got Republicans call themselves being so-called Christian-like. So they are, they call themselves following Christian values. So anything that's Christian-like, they want to replicate it. Not saying they do all things that are Christian-like, because they don't. That's why they always had this thing about how can you be a Christian but you support the KKK. So everything they do is not Christian-like from what been told, but like how I look at it is God gave people choices. Now, the choice you make does not have to be pushed on other people. Nobody care about your lifestyle, what you do, who you vote for, who you like worship. Nobody care about that, but don't push it to where everybody have to accept it.
Mm-hmm. And then if you speak out against it, you are looked at as though you're wrong. You are looked at as though you are inaccurate. Your feelings are invalidated. Your children. I'm gonna give you an example of how the LGBTQ community can affect children. As we do, we spend a lot of family time together, and we were in Puerto Rico one time. I remember this time specifically because only thing that I can think of is I have to protect my little boy.
What's up, YouTube? Y'all killing it.
Hey, I don't know which one is YouTube.
Right here. Hello, YouTube.
Okay, hey. So we were at a restaurant that my husband found that I fell in love with. It was on the beach at a hotel. What? I forgot the name of it, but the
Numero Uno?
Yes, we were there, and of course, if you're on vacation with your mate, your partner, it's nothing I can do or say. That's you expressing your love for the person that you with. That is fine and dandy. However, if you see there are kids around, try to, compose yourself. Act as though that child is right there, because you don't want to be influential to that child or have that child like, what is wrong with them? Or make that child feel uncomfortable. It was two men in the line to go to the bathroom. Both had on Speedos. No, one had on Speedo, one had on really short shorts. And they were lovey-dovey. And I'm like, I have to protect our son by any means necessary and protect what his eyes see, because the world is just so blatant with it. And I'm not saying, I don't feel no type of way to whoever loves whoever or whatever you do.
It's your choice.
It's your choice. It's how you live your life. That is fine. But when it comes to these innocent babies who are, it's just being thrown on them, rainbow colors are being thrown on them everywhere, and the Democratic Party think that it's okay because we're supposed to love it. We do supposed to love everybody, and I'm not saying that, but it is a way to do everything, and you do not supposed to be pushing that agenda on these children who hell can't even say their ABCs correctly.
Right, and y'all, like, seriously,
that really eats me up.
They want you to love everybody, which it's okay to do that, but I hate when people use like God loves everyone. No, God don't. If you really read the Bible, it's parts in the Bible God tell you He hates certain people. He call them out by their name. So you don't have to love everyone. You could tolerate them, deal with them, but you don't have to love them.
Well, they say that comes from Jesus. Like, oh no, Jesus died on the cross. Jesus love everybody. Like that is that's where that came from, but it's not.
Because of Jesus and God loved everyone, why is it gonna be people going to hell? That don't seem like I love you. It seems like you made me very upset, and I don't like you because I'm gonna let you burn forever. Like I can't even take hot water, let alone you talk I'm gonna burn for eternity. Yeah, I feel like that's somebody I don't love. Like I love my kids, but I have to get on them. I come back, hey, I'm sorry. This is why I whooped you. But you talking about I'm gonna burn you forever? That's different. Like that lets you know that He dislikes some things people do.
Yeah. So we have to be mindful of that, and the Republican Party. It's a lot. I have to be careful and tread lightly because we get into it. But the Democrat Party, they really play in your face, and I'm really just so upset.
So what is it about the Republican Party that we'll get into? Like if it wasn't Trump, if it was somebody else.
Project 2025, Vance, whatever that man is, his rhetoric saying that women should not be allowed to have a voice in a divorce if the man is even beating on her.
He said that?
Yes. If a woman is being abused, I get to say okay and get into the marriage, but I don't get an okay to exit the marriage if it's no longer good for me.
J.D. Vance in 2021 said comment about giving.
He wants to strip the woman of rights. We are just as human as men are.
So when you saw that, was it a full interview or was it a clip?
It was a full interview, sir. I didn't watch a clip that time. One of them newscasters. And then he got caught lying not too long ago when we was watching it on the news.
I don't know much about J.D. Vance, so let's see. Did J.D. Vance say women should stay in an abusive marriage? Let's see. In 2021, the GOP current vice president candidate made remarks. You're not going to make me pay for no goddamn news article.
That must be Times.
Washington Post. I'm going to find a free one.
Washington Post.
Vance did not explicitly say women should stay in a valid marriage, but he did say children suffer when parents get divorced, even if the marriages are valid. Let's see if we can find the video.
If you was beating on me, that'll be good for the kids to see their mama get beat on. Nah.
Let's see.
Nah.
I want to see it.
Well,
we're going to get it set up so we can put this stuff on the video.
You want to know something I noticed? I've watched a lot of stuff. They deleted.
They deleted or they edited it? Like
and then I cannot find it
Vance
anymore.
is receiving harsh pushback this morning after he suggested in a newly resurfaced video that people should stay in unhappy marriages, even if they are violent. Vice News published Vance's comments from last September when he was speaking to Pacifica Christian High School. Here's to stick it out.
This is one of the great tricks that I think the sexual revolution pulled on the American populace, which is this idea that, like, well, okay, these marriages were fundamentally, they were maybe even violent, but certainly they were unhappy, and so getting rid of them and making it easier for people to shift spouses like they change their underwear, that's going to make people happier in the long term. And maybe it worked out for the moms and dads, though I'm skeptical, but it really didn't work out for the kids of those marriages. And I think that's what all of us should be honest about, is we've run this experiment in real time, and what we have is a lot of very, very real family dysfunction that's making our kids unhappy.
In his best-selling book, Hillbilly Elegy, Vance describes his grandparents' marriage as chaotic and violent, even telling one story where his grandmother lit his grandfather on fire, who had to be saved by their...
They just sound like an old black couple. That's not the shit my girlfriend used to do. That's what that sound like.
Right?
That sound like, look, that sound like the old put sugar in your tank, bust your windows.
I don't want that type of love.
So you tell me you ain't never seen nobody experience that type of love?
I don't want that type of love.
But have you ever seen somebody experience that type of love? You
I
have?
really ain't. Only thing I ain't gonna say what I saw. Like, no.
Oh, the sexy days, that.
But I ain't never saw that.
You ain't never, but you ain't never heard nobody busting somebody?
Yes, I've heard of it. I've never experienced it, and I don't want that type of love. If I gotta bust your windows and put sugar in your
I
tank,
bust the windows out your
like,
car.
what are we doing?
Who said
We Jasmine Sullivan, that is who.
She was in love.
No, I don't want that type of love. You can keep that. You gonna have me in jail?
Well, it's different. Women be fighting over men and stuff.
I don't fight over no man.
Well, I'm saying, like, you heard women doing it though, right?
Yeah, but they don't love themselves. Like
You fight for what you want.
No,
You love.
No,
If
you
you
don't
love
love
it.
yourself. If you gotta fight for something physically with somebody else, that ain't yours to begin with. So what you fighting
What
for?
y'all think?
Ain't no way. Now it's different. You my husband. So if somebody like
Well, we used to talk about husband and wives.
like,
So you talk about husband
let's
and
give an
wives.
example, shall we? If we're out together and you can tell that we're together, we're not siblings or friends, we're together.
Some people say we started looking like in that last picture. I said, what? Okay, let's dance with you.
We do kind of.
They say, cuz.
If I used somebody to play with, you gonna be in an abusive relationship. But if somebody walked up to us and approached us, that is different. Or made a disrespectful remark while I'm around, then if I reached out and touched that person, that is different. But if I have to fight for your love and attention because it went elsewhere, then I don't love myself for
that's
one.
true.
Because I should know that I'm valuable enough to be loved without doing all of that. And then obviously you forgot what you had. So I mean, what are we fighting about? I'm not gonna do that unless the disrespect comes towards me. And I don't feel like people should be living their life like that. Like, no, ain't no way, y'all.
No. Well, yeah, it's been a pleasure. I'm actually looking up podcast stuff now so we could be able to just have one camera, maybe mount something or come down. And because I like to set it up how we used to have it, where I can like pull a video up and we talk and then it just look so professional. Instead of using these phones, like we need to have it set up. Or like have the phone right there and we able to see it and we got the phone turned facing us.
Yeah. We really could set up the office like that though. Because they got that big window.
So,
the natural light. But then we gotta drive all.
Well, I mean, we'll still do it. So I guess at this present moment, couldn't see what the lady gonna do. So I'm gonna hit her up.
60-day challenge for your credit. Business coaching and all the other great things are coming within the next week. So give us time to put those goodies together. We want to have a mastermind for business owners or people looking to start businesses, just so you can connect with other business owners and like-minded people and be surrounded with people who are at your level, above your level. And I love the saying that when it comes to learning more in business, you have to either meet someone who's one step ahead of you so that you can get there, and then have someone around you once you get to that level at the next step so that you can gradually learn and go up that ladder of learning. So we are excited to actually do that. We have to get a date together. But it's something that we want to do on a monthly basis, once or twice a month, just a mastermind for everybody to get together and just brainstorm and talk about business, get business ideas, because there's no reason as to why you should be struggling if you are a business owner, because there are so many resources out there available to you. You just got to get connected with the right people to know where to go for these resources.
That's true.
Yeah. So that is all for today, guys.
It was a pleasure, y'all. See you later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, like Caleb says.
And now...